Are you thinking about moving to Olympia, Washington, but want to avoid the usual spots? Well, stay tuned. We're going to share with you the top 7 most underrated areas around Olympia to live in.
We're Joe and Charity, local realtors, and we help people just like you every week who are considering moving into the area make informed decisions. We've made it easy for you to connect with us. Just go ahead and choose a text or give us a call on the number below.
Number 1, if you're from Olympia, it's going to seem kind of funny that we're mentioning this, but it's Tumwater. And the reason it's going to seem funny is because Lacey, Olympia, and Tumwater are pretty much interconnected. But if you're not from Olympia, you may not have known that there are these great areas surrounding it that are really just minutes away. Tumwater is a great place to live in because you get all the amenities of Olympia, and it has a lot to offer on its own.
One of the things I think is great about Tumwater is the craft district and breweries. But the craft district specifically, you've got a distillery there, you've got some great food options, as well as a couple great places to grab a drink. It's really just a fun place. And honestly, it's going to be pretty crowded because it's really popular. It's got a lot of things to offer, but it's large enough to make sure you show up and check it out.
And just around the corner from that is Tumwater Falls Park. And Brewery Park, it's actually called because it's the original site of Olympia Brewery. But it's a beautiful park with trail around the Chutes River with tumbling waterfalls. And in the fall, what's fun there?
It's a salmon run. There's a fish ladder that goes up so you can watch the fish jump as they go up the ladder. And then it's got a big plexiglass where you can watch the fish swim along. Kids love it. I love it. Also, watch the fish go up the river. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. So affordability in Tumwater is going to be just a little bit more affordable than Olympia in general. Of course, you can find cheaper properties, more expensive properties in each of those, but overall it's a little bit less expensive. There's great housing from older homes to newer homes and large properties. There is something for everyone.
Second hidden gem is going to be Lacey, and it's east of Olympia. And like Charity already mentioned, it's truly interconnected. It's really hard to decipher where you're going from one area to the next. But Lacey's got some great things in that it's got a lot of new construction. And if you're looking for a new home, and if you're looking for something that's in an HOA type of community, it's going to have those options. Plus, it's got 55 plus communities in it, which are going to be fantastic. It's got your Costco, it's got your Walmart, it's got those things, which are fantastic. And then you jump into the new development for all that.
There's a new area of development in Lacey, and it's got some really fun places. We went to a restaurant called Super Chicks, which has a lot of different chicken options, which is fantastic. They also have 23 kitchens there, which is a pickleball location extraordinaire. There are 22 courts, both indoor and outdoor, and a restaurant there, which is the 23rd kitchen, which is quite clever, I thought. And it's great to have a place to do outdoor things indoors when it's rainy and cold here. So it's really perfect.
As I mentioned, there's a lot of new construction in the area, and you'll also find homes that are a little bit more affordable than perhaps you'll find in Olympia, which is fantastic. It's also closer to the military base. Some of our military clients like to live there just because of its closer proximity. It makes it a little bit easier for commuting. So if those things are important to you, Lacey might be a good option for you.
Third on our list of most underrated places around Olympia is Yelm. Yelm is a quaint little city as you're headed towards Mount Rainier. In fact, Yelm is also connected to another little city called Rainier. That area has cute little shops, lots of newer home construction, and it has an amazing view of the mountain. It is like the mountain is sitting on top of the city almost.
Yeah, if I was to live in Yelm, I would try to find a house that had a picture window looking at Mount Rainier because it is worth seeing every single day. And it's gorgeous up there for sure, all the places. You're going to also find some little bit more farmland. So you could find some properties that are a little bit bigger if that's important to you. Those are going to be areas. And the affordability of this is also important because you can often find homes and that are a little bit less expensive than the Olympia area proper. The other thing that a lot of times people find convenient is if you're in the military, it is a little bit closer to a military base. So that's another feature that might be important to you to know.
Also, they have some cute little shops and great little restaurants. Masonry Cafe is one of my favorites. You go in there and your eyes are like, oh, they have this amazing bakery section, but then they have great lunches, and we've actually had catering done from them. It's fantastic, and they've got great pizza places and barbecue places, and yeah, for a little town, they've got a lot going on in the food scene.
Number 4 on our most underrated places to live around Olympia is Tenino.
Tenino is a fun little quaint town. It has a small little strip as you drive through town of historic buildings with cute little shops, a couple little restaurants. One of the things that local local residents love there is the Tenino Quarry Pool. As the name would suggest, it was originally a working sandstone quarry in the early 1800s, and it has now been turned into a really great family fun area.
The thing you're going to love about Tenino is affordability. So it's going to be less expensive than Olympia, Tumwater, Lacey area, a little bit less expensive than Yelm as well. If that's important to you, you're going to have some good options out there. Like we mentioned, it is a smaller community, so it's not that there's going to be tons and tons of homes, but the price of the homes that you're going to find are going to be a little bit more affordable, which is great.
They do have homes in the town, but then the Tenino stretches out a ways, and you can definitely get homes on property. There's also homes that are on the river out there. So there are some really good options if you're looking for something with a little bit of space around you. Number 5 most underrated city is DuPont. DuPont is a quaint city that is just north of Olympia and Lacey, and it is ideal for people who are stationed at JBLM because of its proximity. It's also just adorable. Most of the neighborhoods are HOA style neighborhoods, and they have been designed really well. And so as you drive through the city, it feels like an all-American city. There's a lot of emphasis on the military community, so there's American flags flying, and there's some great shops and great restaurants, and it's a really, really ideal place to live.
And it's right on the water. So you're going to have some great hikes right on the water, parks that you can just hang out at and enjoy the outdoors, enjoy Puget Sound. It's kind of unique in its small setting tucked up against the water, but very, very beautiful, like Charity mentioned.
One of the fun things to do there is the Slawter Trail. That's a trail that takes you from downtown DuPont and takes you all the way out to the water. So if you're thinking about checking out that area, make sure you check out that trail.
So when it comes to affordability, DuPont's going to be a little bit higher than Lacey or Yelm or Tenino for sure. And it's really because of its proximity to the military base, and it's also just a really wonderful community. So idyllic that Charity's mentioning. If you're looking at that area, just be prepared to spend a little bit extra. The houses are cute and gorgeous, and the community is really fantastic. So kind of you get what you pay for there a little bit, and it's really, really nice. Number 6, we're going to lump together Centralia and Chehalis. They're close together, and from our perspective, they're close enough. No, I'm just kidding. They're really a wonderful little area. It's going to be about 20-30 minutes south of Olympia. It's got more rural properties. It does have some new construction. I will say this, you definitely want to meander around their downtown areas because they do have great downtown, cute little shops, fun little small town Americana. It's really neat. Some great restaurants as well. So you got a little bit of everything. And so if you're looking for a small town Americana charm, it's got it for sure.
One of our favorite restaurants to go to in Centralia is McMinimans. And if you don't know anything about McMinimans, because you're not from the Pacific Northwest, you should just Google that. They have a host of restaurants and they are all unique. Every single one of them is unique in a way that is really hard to describe. So look it up, but you'll know why we love going there, just to go to the restaurant and walk around.
So when it comes to affordability, it is going to be one of the more affordable areas in the region. It does have older homes, which are going to be more affordable down along the river area, as well as some nicer homes for sure that are on the hill that have great views over the city and over the valley. So it really is beautiful and idyllic.
One thing to consider when you're buying in that area is that there are a lot of flood zones because of the river there. So when we are helping people find a home in that area, we always make sure that we are checking that area. Not that you can't live in a flood zone, because people do. There's a ton of people that live there, but you have to also have flood insurance. So that's important to know. But yeah, quaint little towns.
So that leads us to number 7 on the list of underrated areas, and that is Shelton.
Shelton originally was a logging town, so it still has a lot of character around the logging community. They have really amazing festivals. They have oyster festivals and Christmas festivals and a lot of community activities that draw everybody together.
What's great about Shelton is their small little downtown area that's got cute shops and some good restaurants to go to, and is really idyllic, quintessential small coastal town feel. It's really beautiful.
And Shelton is right on the water, as we mentioned, and so there are a lot of Shelton addresses that are directly on the water. And there are lakes in that area too, so if you want to be on the water and you want to be even a little bit more affordable than Olympia, you have a lot of great options there. And speaking of affordability, it is more affordable than the Olympia and Tumwater area, and you're going to have some older houses, and then you're going to have some new construction, and you're going to have a lot of opportunities besides living on the water to actually live on land. So it's got a lot of things going for it. So if you're thinking about exploring these underrated areas around Olympia, we would love to help. We help clients buy homes in all of these areas. We've made it easy for you to connect with us also. Just give us a call or text us on the number below. And if you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and keep watching our next video.